Jim.
Josh. What does Ron Klain know about Ebola?
Well, the thing let's talk about, let me restate why this person, why the president believes it was important to add this person to his team. The president, again, wanted somebody who could serve in a coordinating function to manage the implementation of our whole of government approach to this Ebola situation. So I guess to more directly address your question, what we were looking for is not an Ebola expert, but rather an implementation expert. And that's exactly what Ron Klain is. He is somebody who has extensive experience in the federal government. He's somebody that has extensive management experience when it comes to the private sector. You'll recall that when he served here at the White House, he was responsible for working in the Vice President's office at a time that office was responsible for implementing the Recovery Act. Now, we've talked a lot about the resilience of the U.S. economy in the last few months, the long track record of continuous private sector job growth, the economic growth in terms of the GDP has been very strong in recent quarters. So I think the results of the Recovery Act, as it relates to the economic impact, certainly speak for themselves.
And what's his title? Is he a czar?
Well, let me finish, because this is important too. In the context, because again, ultimately what we're looking for here is an implementation expert. And when it came to implementing the Recovery Act, that was successful, not just in terms of the intended effect that it had on our economy, which was exceedingly beneficial. The Recovery Act itself was exceeded expectations in terms of the time frame in which it was implemented. We're talking about a very complex interagency scenario that involved just about every agency of the federal government. The recovery. Yeah, and it was performed with unprecedented transparency. That they were putting out quarterly reports to indicate just how successful, just to indicate exactly what work was being done and how successful it was being implemented. So that is one good example of how Mr. Klain's implementation expertise can be applied in this situation as well.
Is